Welcome. You have reached review time with Imperial, and today's review will be Christmas Flow. Let's get into it. So, there's Christmas season, and a bunch of movies pop up, and I don't get to watch them all. But when the new ones pop up that I see might be interesting, I do take a look at it. So, this is on Netflix. Let's go over the cast. So, you got Shireen Butella plays as Lila, who is one of the main characters in the series. You got Camille Liu plays as Mel, co-star. Isabel Candelier as Danielle. Felipe Rabbit as Daniel. Eloise Savage as Janine. Top as Marcus. He is the main character of the series. Now you find out in Audria Kozica as Alice. You find out that Talk in real life is a French songwriter and singer, but on here on this movie he plays as a rapper. So this movie was done pretty much in the UK, France, or somewhere like that, and I guess it was originally shot in their language, and then they had to change it into English because the voiceover doesn't really match when they're talking or whatever. But nevertheless, you can follow along with it. Overall, so it's made into a three um, episode series, and really they could have shortened it and just made it one movie. I guess they just try to get more retention watch time by making it a series. But by right, it could have just been they could have made it a little bit shorter and just made it a movie. But nevertheless, they made it into a 3 episode series. And Talk is a rapper who disrespects women in his lyrics, and so he's taking a hit publicly on his image, and so he got some lawsuits that he has to deal with. And meanwhile, you have his girlfriend Mel, that you find out was pretty much pit to him with his label head or whatever. So he has a manager that's his childhood friend named Daniel, and he's pretty much his ride or die, make sure that he good the whole time. And then you have Lila and her friends, her two other friends, Janine and what's the other one? Alice. Janine and Alice. And they both, I said they both, all three of them are running a blog, and they're trying to get known, but don't got enough traction, and they want to stand up and be a feminist group standing up for women. And when they get a hold of who Marcus is, they pretty much, they speak out against him. Now, coincidental, Marcus is out trying to change his image. He's at a store Christmas shopping, and he sees a bunch of people, and they instantly notice who he is, and they're taking pictures, asking for selfies, and before you know it, it becomes pandemonium chaos. Meanwhile, Lila is in the store as well, and she sees one of the security guards um, gripping up a female. So of course she's jumped into action, and she ended up flipping a security guard over. Meanwhile, they took her into custody and have her waiting in the basement for the police to come. Meanwhile, Marcus has diverted the crowd, and he's trying to get out a secret exit, and he was told to stay in a room, and that's where he met her. And they both had the same type of bag for Christmas, so he ended up taking the wrong bag. But they instantly kind of developed a connection. And so when it came time to exchange bags, when he found out what address she lived at, he wanted to go directly to her and not, he felt that connection. Meanwhile, his girl Mel, she's an Instagrammer and she's got a big following, but he's not with all that. He's pretty much with her because of image wise. She got this whole Christmas thing set up and everything that he's not really into. So he goes to drop the bag off, and the family of Lila pretty much invite him in on this is on Christmas Eve, and they're pretty much thinking that he's her boyfriend, and she told him pretty much she's not. So he ended up meeting the whole family, and they kind of connected more. They went up on a rooftop and was about to kiss, but then his boy came because there was pandemonium. The whole building was trying to see him and get pictures and stuff. So his boy came and got him. Meanwhile, she went on like one of those dating sites, and she met a guy and pretty much said she was there because somebody set her up to be there. And then he pretty much was like, it's cool, and he appreciated her being straightforward. And he told her, I'll be seeing you again. And so she's like, whatever. He said, I will. And then the story went on. So long story short, it's a lot of connections that go on, and it goes in reverse. And she ended up showing up to his parents' house on actually Christmas Day, and they think they're meeting his girlfriend Mel, but she's playing like she's his girlfriend because his family, his dad doesn't approve of him being a rapper, and they never met his girlfriend. And so she's with her bloggers, she just want to get information so that they can write a degrading story on him. So a change of events, you find out he had an old friend that grew up that since he blew up in success, the friend didn't come along because the label head didn't feel as though it wasn't a good look to bring him along or whatever. So he wanted Marcus on his own solo. So the girlfriend is pretty much she really likes him though. She's all into him, know everything about him, but they really, it's not a strong connection. He's with her because, and she's all into him to make it work, more like a power couple type of situation going on. And he picks that up, and the vibe is off. And the label head pretty much told him like, you need to get with the program because your life is taking a hit. He ended up winning his lawsuit case, but the damage was pretty done, and the family was snapping at him, and he was overwhelmed. And he looked over at Lila, and his girl was there, and she pretty much took the picture and left. Now, earlier that day when she was playing at his girl, it was underneath the mistletoe, and they connected. They hit it off with the kiss underneath the mistletoe and felt the connection. Fast forward a year later, she's with her and her bloggers. They were signed to a feminist company, and they didn't have full control of everything they wanted to do. So that's not what they was about. Meanwhile, they got him in rapping with an opera person, and is doing well in sales, but that's not him. So he reconnected with his childhood homie. Pretty much, they're going to make an album without the label's permission. And the girl Mel, he stopped messing with her, but she was still been following him to try to link up with him. So she stalked him out and followed him, and he pretty much told her, the time ain't right. I'm not really trying to get with you. And she stalked him out, found out he was doing music behind the label back, told the label head, he pulled him in pretty much like, yo, you'll be done if you continue to do that. And so he pretty much linked up with Lila, and they hit it off. He knocked them boots, and she couldn't be seen with him because she's part of a feminist group, and it would be bad image against her. So she, pretty much kind of dissed him, but he felt some type of way about it, and but they connected. Meanwhile, she did end up messing with that guy that she seen at the dating site. I mean, yeah, that she was on the dating site. She ended up connecting back with him, and they were boyfriend and girlfriend. But when she seen Marcus, all that went out the door, because that's where her feeling was. And the guy, he pretty much could see it. He just was fighting it. Long story short, the end scene is they end up her and her girls end up branching off on their own and rebooting their blog, and Marcus ended up leaving the record label and doing his own thing, and he rekindled with her, Lila, and they connected that love story for Christmas. So overall, it was a decent film. Well, I said film series. Should have been one film. Out of my 4-star rating system, I'm gonna give it a 1.5 out of 4 stars. It was an okay watch, nothing special. 1.5 out of 4 stars. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Until next time.